The individual Christian and politics. Nature abhors a vacuum. Nature fills every empty space with something, even if that something is colorless and odorless air. Similarly, politics has no vacuum. It is always possessed and filled by an ideology or worldview. The battleground is in the mindset of the general populace and who controls it. Therefore, Christians cannot react to politics by protest, but by proactive engagement. Consequently, the Apostle Paul writes that as Christians, we ought to be filled with all the fullness of God, lest we allow for a vacuum and be filled with something else other than God. Individually, we are to become relevant and significant. We are challenged to accept the responsibility of being citizens by getting involved, giving time and effort into the rebuilding of our nations based on God's blueprint. As Christians, we have been called to avoid worldliness, but not the world. Therefore, there is no escape from the rule of other men who hold political office, and we risk being ruled by men in politics who imitate God. We are to live in the world, but not by the world's value system. The Bible does not support the notion that Christians should abandon the world. To the contrary, we ought to be the salt and light. Salt is useless unless it's added to tasteless food as a seasoning. Salt is useless until it is applied to a potentially decaying material for preservation. Salt must penetrate and mix well with your food to have a good and even taste. Light is not needed unless there is darkness. The church is a mirror and reflection of any given society. The failures, double standards, and mediocrity of the church in any given area will be reflected in a corresponding deficiency in that society. As Christians, we should affirm our God-given right and privilege to participate without reservation in the shaping of our nations politically. Politics remains one of the major frontiers to be influenced by biblical truth and love for all humanity. Be blessed.